floats our way.
Excellent. Updated Grand Queendom card. Uh, looking at my notes here, we have a future title bout, a six-woman tag, and another singles, and the Sendai Girls World Championship also
That's gonna
announced.
be fire. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's probably the match I might be most excited for on all of
Yeah.
Grand Kingdom.
For those who are not aware, the current Sendai Girls World Champion, Chihiro Hashimoto, will be facing the Empress Micah.
Let's go. Let's go.
That is go. That is go. This is big match
Yeah,
Mike.
let's go.
Big match Mike about to take the Sendai Girls World Championship.
And she's probably gonna be half drunk too.
Yeah, hey, that's based. All right, that's
Yeah.
based. I'll probably be half drunk as well,
Mm.
but that's for other reasons. But yeah, no.
Woohoo, alcoholism.
Yay. But yeah, I'm excited. I think everybody's excited. Another classic match inbound for a show that, at least in my opinion, is really gunning for the show of the year so far.
Yeah, Dream Queendom is pretty stacked personally. I'm
It's a very
liking
stacked
every match.
card. Sorry for cutting you off, Rukiee. It's a very stacked card, but I don't know if it's topping Grand Princess for me.
I
But that's just because I'm a
mean,
big Teach man, so
the crazy part is they still have to announce matches for Suzu, May, Hanako.
and the
uh,
greatest wrestler known to man, Rian.
Stone
Hey,
Cold Rian. And then also Miyu Amasaki still has to have a match announced. Like, there's still so many people that still need matches on this card. Like, it's
yeah.
kind of crazy. Like, we're what, like almost 3 weeks out, and we still don't have a full card for the show.
I would have thought we
I
had a
mean,
full card by
we we,
now.
we do have 8 matches. I don't know
Yeah,
how many more we could have. I think that we would get Suzu versus May.
That's the big one.
That's the big one that I'm pretty sure is going to be added, and maybe one more. And I think that a lot of people are just going to be left off of the card because they wanted the big crossovers for this show.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Carrara is still not involved in a match here. That's our Cindy winner, and she's not on the,
Mhm.
the the card of the biggest show of the year. Just saying, just saying. All right, I'm noticing.
They could do a three-way
And
with her, Miyu, and Ryan, maybe.
Yuna's also not on the card as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, like there's still like decent amount of people that are not on this card.
Well, I'm thinking most of those are going to be in the Rumble.
Oh
Oh, yeah,
yes,
they do
there's
do
a
that.
rumble. They will probably do a rumble.
Got any
So
guesses as
yeah,
far
it's
as
probably
surprises?
May versus Suzu for the high speed belt, and then it's the Rumble.
Yo, I'm here for a high speed Suzu title win. I won't lie,
That'd be awesome.
be pretty fire. But we are slightly off track. Anybody else have any more final comments about Micah versus Big Hash?
Well, do what we did before going to the predictions. We'll let Rukiee kind of go over their predictions for the other matches. We don't cover it
Oh, okay.
afterwards, but I have Chihiro Hashimoto on this one. I
Yeah, I
love
also have
Micah. She's my
Shakira.
favorite in Stardom, but don't see I don't see, and I also don't want another company belt in Stardom. We have too many of those already.
Yeah, I'm with Bio on this one. I also think the booking of the Sendai Girls World Championship has been weird ever since Dash Chisako lost it and then Mako lost it. So I think putting it on Micah would be kind of weird, and it also would make Sendai look pretty weak. Because seeing as already Aya Sakura won the Sendai Girls Championship.
Well, I mean, they would just hark
Junior
back to
title.
Micah saying, how Sendai, can only dream of the venues Stardom runs in,
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
which
and I
was a
think it'd be huge
fire
for
comment.
Sendai.
she
You know,
burned
it'd
her.
be huge for Sendai for Chihiro Hashimoto to get that win.
Mhm.
And right now, I think putting a Sendai World title on Micah wouldn't do much for Micah, and it just hurt Big Hash. It hurt Sendai. I
Yeah.
think giving Big Hash the win here is the best move.
Mhm.
No, I cannot bet against Big Mike. I just can't.
Ah, I see.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like it's Micah. Even if she would win the Sendai World Title, I think if anything, it would help a little bit with it. I mean,
Mm.
I sense a little like Sendai versus Stardom like happening here.
Oh, that has
Especially,
happened before.
like I think we're gonna get that like something like that again, especially
Mhm.
since Aya Sakura won that junior. Is it?
Yeah, the
Junior,
junior.
yeah, junior championship.
Junior heavyweight, and plus with Micah's comments being so like just attacking Sendai, like it feels like we're just gonna like enter this like period of time where they're just gonna be going at it, which I
Yeah.
Yeah,
love.
I'm,
Like this
I'm
is
for that.
like it's gonna be fire. But also remember, they also swapped that title to Saoriano last year over the summer
Mhm.
for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't
and
consider that
yeah,
much of a Stardom versus Sendai thing. I just consider that more of a
I don't either, but like I think I think we can't discount the fact that they're not above throwing it on a Stardom wrestler right now,
that's fair. I just feel like it
especially
would be like
with how big of exposure they'd get. Like sure, I guess I could see how it would hurt Big Hash,
Mhm.
but I would think in the long run, the story you would run if you want to do a Stardom versus Sendai is the fact that like at first Stardom, because they're considered like the company, sure they start taking over, but there's something in Sendai where Sendai is played as the underdog. They're going to be played as like the triumphant defeat of the big baddie Stardom,
mm.
yeah. And
which
what
to
if
me is beautiful.
Are you
what
saying
before?
you would want some sort of Stardom invasion or just like an angle where they would kind of, you know,
I don't think I mean if you go this route, Micah winning the title, I think it's Stardom invasion
mm,
to me personally.
mhm,
I think you just run a Stardom invasion kind of angle cuz like there's enough talent there that you can bring them over, but also
mhm,
you can use the recently debuted rookies as well to put over
mm.
Sendai talent, like younger Sendai talent.
That's true. That's true.
Because you'll play it off as just like here's the big company, look, this is they're producing the best rookies and you
Mhm,
know all around, and then like here's Sendai, the small company, the ones who aren't running big buildings, but here's our trainees and they just beat the shit out of them. Like
Yeah.
that's what you could run with.
Mhm.
And then
That's
then
fair.
you could like you just you have to carefully balance the like the titles and the main event scene to
Mhm.
a point where like it's not all one-sided.
Yeah.
Like it'll start out a little bit one-sided, but like it'll progressively go
Mhm.
from an even to then Sendai. So it's like, you know, somebody in Sendai's rallying the troops is like, "No, we ain't taking this shit."
Maybe it
You
could be
know,
Dash Sako who takes
I
the
mean,
belt
I
from
think that would probably be the perfect person to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being real here, this match should be Dash Chisako versus Micah because I know they could both hardcore it up,
Oh
but
my god, yes. And who's to
Yeah.
say we don't get that after this? Who's to say? Who's to
I
say?
think we do.
that's
And
fair. That could happen.
here's what I think. I think all of that still pretty much happens, but I still think Big Hash wins here, and I think that is kind of what sets Micah off a little bit to be like that or it's a draw. I don't see the Sendai belt going on Micah right now,
Mhm.
but in fact, I think the draw might be what they do here. And that way, Micah can kind of be like, all right, now we're gonna go fucking take over.
Yeah,
And if I
EXPs.
can't show 1-on-1 that we are better, all of us here at Stardom are going to show that we're better.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna pour a beer.
Bro, Stone Cold Ryan's gonna walk in there, double fist 2 beers, and stun Mako. I need it.
Yeah, I'm in
That's
agreement with Bio partially. I do think Chihiro Hashimoto is gonna pin Micah, though. I don't think there's gonna be a draw.
I won't
yeah,
bet.
that's fair.
I
It's
won't
more
bet
that
against Big Mike.
out your things.
That's just me. I won't bet against Big Mike. I never will.
Hmm.
But I do
I mean,
see
that's
the
a valid
other. I do
thing.
see the other side of it, where it goes either draw or she loses, because
Mhm.
we also have to remember she just lost Mina,
Yeah.
which is like the 4th person she's lost in the last like year. For them to
Yeah.
leave the company and her to go do something else. So like she just snaps and is just hell bent on destroying Sendai. Either way, I'm happy with it. Either way.
Which we'll talk. We will touch on that a little bit more when we get to what's been going on in Stardom.
Yeah.
After
But
this,
I'm putting all the chips on Micah, putting it all on red.
I don't think you'd be wrong for doing that. But now let's get into the future match, where we have Hina defending against Rana Yagami.
Oh man.
I I don't even know, to be honest. Well, is this Rana's 3rd or 2nd time challenging for this?
I think it's second.
She challenged. I think it's third. I think she challenged Rena twice.
Okay, so we're on the 3rd challenge
could be wrong.
for the future belt. If
You wanna
memory
go first?
serves, the most anybody's ever challenged for it at a max is 3rd, right?
I think
Yeah.
I should have cage match up, and I don't.
Oh wait,
Like
wait. It's twice. It's twice. It's only been
It's
twice.
twice.
Yeah, she
So
didn't challenge.
it's either twice. It's twice
wrong.
they either win or they lose and they never do it again.
I think Saida challenged for it a few times. Could be wrong.
Because at this point, like Rana is good. Like
Yeah.
she definitely seems like somebody that's like you could put her in like a match like this or something like this, and she'll do great. Like she's almost like the go-to person where you're just sitting there just like, oh shit, we got to get somebody in for this. All right, Rana.
Yeah.
But
She's very good at making people look good.
oh yes. But I just I feel like I feel like it's either you do it now or she's never winning that belt at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this will be the perfect time to give her the belt just because Hina said she wanted to do school stuff, I think.
She does.
And
She did
also,
accept she accepted what is it? University, I
I think
think.
it was college.
Yeah, it's like she's going to
University,
college.
same thing. Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't end up partying too hard. But
Bro, it's Hina. The most partying she's going to do is maybe she slightly bends her fucking science book.
If
Yeah.
she breaks one pencil.
Yeah,
Mm.
one pencil. And it's a number
is
2 pencil.
Oh, oh, oh.
I know.
I don't know if she
I
goes that far.
Wow.
know.
I don't know if she goes that far.
It depends on how wild she wants to get.
Could be a pack of number 2 pencils.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh my.
This is also God's
that's
Eye
crazy.
versus God's Eye. So we get a little inter-unit battle here.
I mean, that's bound to happen at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
God's Eye has become the new NWO in the sense that almost it seems like everybody's just fucking joining it at this point.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
isn't a bad thing, but there's like
so
10
honestly, a little off topic, but like talking about God's Eye, I wouldn't mind a lot more joining God's Eye in the sense that like God's Eye becomes kind of like Shuri's school.
That'd be awesome.
I mean,
Where
isn't it
like
already
she's
Shuri
kind of
School?
yeah, but like it become like she gets like her own building and her own ring, and it's effectively like this nonstop training camp for like rookies, and I think it's something that could really flesh out a lot of people. And there's something there's some story stuff in there that'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
Well, as long as she isn't traumatizing any newbies by like, kicking them too hard, that could be a possibility.
I don't know. Shuri's been kicking so hard that she bruised her shin.
Yeah,
But we'll get into that later.
more on
Yeah.
that later. I
Anyway,
do think there's a
I think
couple
Rana wins
paths.
it because I like
Yeah,
Rana,
that's fair.
and Rana's exciting and fun, and I enjoy watching Rana's matches.
Mhm.
That's why she should win this match.
Mhm.
Full shade intended.
I also think Ron is a good pick for this. I do think there's two ways you can go with the aftermath of this too. You could probably have Kyoko Kotatsu challenge for this.
Which, where the
Like,
fuck is she?
I have no
Well,
idea.
she's on the injured list that we'll talk about later.
Is she?
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
Did that happen?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't remember when that happened. Oh wait, is that when they're playing it up when with Konami? Was it then?
Maybe, most likely, because she did stop
That
appearing
sounds
around
right.
that time, too.
That sounds right.
Because those two seemed like they were gonna have a program because they did fight at Bloodsport, but that never came up.
Yeah. But I'm going Rana here mostly because I think she would do a lot better with the belt, than Hina would. I mean, nothing against Hina. Hina she's fine in the ring. She can do the judo flips. She can do other stuff, whatever the other moves of doom she has. I can't even remember them. I mean, she does have a nice frog splash. I'll give her that.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, no emotion whatsoever is on that face ever.
Yeah, I do think
Like,
Hina, this is like a take I have. I do think she suffers a lot from being just plain boring. Like,
I think it's more
what does she do?
she hasn't found, like, I don't know. I think it's more she just hasn't found what would make her comfortable in wrestling.
Yeah, and you need that.
Like, what she hasn't found that like really would make her like really want to, go all out. Like, not to say that she holds back anything, but it's just like, I've said it before. It's kind of like she's there because Hanan and Rina are there.
Yeah.
And they did like
been that way
judo
for a while,
together.
too.
They did judo together, and then like so it's like, oh well, I'll just join my sisters, get to hang out with them, have some fun, like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I'm hoping at some point she finds that little thing. But I don't think that's gonna happen until she's done with school.
Yeah, and that'll probably be like, what, 4 years down the line?
Yes. I guess it depends on what she goes to college for.
Yeah.
But
But I
I
don't
would
know.
like to see Rana with the belt as well, only because like Rana's been going around to other promotions
Mhm.
and showing off. So why not send your future champion to other promotions to like bring more eyes on your product, to show them off more? And
You
Rana
also
could
get a
do that.
lot you also get a lot more derpy pictures of her just, like, standing there with the blank
Yes.
expression on her face, but now she has the belt, so
Yeah, but now she has a belt. And I know we just clowned on Hina for doing that, but like with Rana, it's different because that's like before the match, right?
she's funny.
That's like before the match. Once she's in the match, or even like doing something, facial expressions nonstop. It's fantastic.
Heck yeah.
But I would like to see Rana with the belt. Let's move on here. The 6-woman tag. Saori Ano, Natsupoi, Aya Sakura versus Meiko Satomura, Mika Iwata, and Yuna.
Oh god. Wow. I didn't
Mako's
think
winning. I don't have much else to say about this match.
Mhm.
I don't think much comes from it. I feel like it's just another thing to kind of put more of Sayori and Mika together, and I really don't like that.
Yeah. I'm
Please
in
let them get away
agreement.
from each other, for the love of God. End it.
They've had so many matches.
I don't want to see it again. I don't care.
I think Team Sendai Girls
Congratulations,
went
Stardom. You
through
got me to not care about a Mako Satomura match.
it.
I disagree. I like this matches here. Sure, it's another Mika Iwata and Saori Ano, like another interaction, but I mean, at least for me, I've enjoyed it. Like they just absolutely want to kill each other, and I'm here for that.
See,
Yeah.
I liked their first match. I hated their second match, and then the third match I gave up watching.
Mm.
I just didn't care enough to lock in at all. I just went on and did something else.
I actually don't
And
think they'll be the focus of this match,
No,
weirdly
no,
enough.
they won't.
I
They
think
won't.
it'll be Aya
It
Sakura
is.
and Yuna, which is, like, very weird at first, but with the whole Sendai Girls Junior Championship, Yuna has been chasing after that a lot. At least from the shows I've been seeing, so
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Because I think here it's not like Mika Iwata and Saori Ano are there as like the known like pieces per se. Like those two are gonna go at it, and they'll they'll punch each other, they'll headbutt each other into oblivion. But
Mhm.
I'm interested to see if Mako and Aya have any time in the ring together.
they will. And it's just going
They'll
to be
probably
made.
Mako will probably kill.
I'm excited for it because it's gonna be one of those like, all right, who's this karate girl that's holding one of my titles? Is she up to snuff? And then Yuna as well, going after that title as well, having those two interact with each other, big, and we get Poi. Poi's just there.
Boy just
Poi's gonna
happy to be
kill it.
there.
I wanna see Poi and Miki Iwata interact a little bit more, 'cause, when
I
Mika
think
won
they
the
will.
Wonder Belt, I thought they were gonna do her versus Poi V1, and I'm sad they
They
didn't
really
do
should
that.
have. They really
Yeah.
should have.
They should have taken
Uh,
advantage of that.
like we're over a year since that whole storyline already, but like one of the biggest things that I get like really thought about that is how badly they fumbled that story.
Yeah.
I was very excited for Sayori's story in Stardom, which is something that hasn't happened. I was a big Sayori fan as a freelancer. I liked her early run in Stardom, but like the whole stoic thing doesn't move me at all.
Mm.
And when she started to kind of when she lost the white belt to Mika and had that little crash out, I was like, holy shit, this is what I've been waiting for. And they did nothing with it. And then they just put the title and then in addition with the Sendai title on her. And then they
Yeah.
hobbitated the white belt around for a bit and it was awful.
I also think putting the belt on an outsider was one of the best decisions that, like, Taro Okada could have made. It felt chaotic and it felt unpredictable. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Oh, we have one of our top titles. This is, like, scary."
Yeah, and at first, so and like I was saying, at first I was really, really excited, and then it fumbled, which is unfortunately something that Tower Okada has done quite a bit for me.
Hate
Personally.
FC over here. I'm gonna go cry in my little corner.
Yeah, yeah. He sets up things really interesting, and I get really excited, only to get very underwhelmed by the
Yeah.
actual result. But
I'm
to
so excited
furthermore,
for that match.
but for this, what I think it is, I think it's like you guys said. I think it is mainly a showcase for Aya, but I know that they're going to use this to set up another Sayori Mika match. Uh, I think Poi is just there to be Poi. Mako is there to beat the fuck out of people, and then you have your two. Then you have your two storylines, and then I think it ends with Mako pinning Aya.
Or
Hmm.
Yuna could pin Aya.
I think it ends with Yuna pinning Aya.
The only thing that I don't think that would be the case is due to the fact that we're on Mako's retirement road, and I think right now they're just throwing her wins out the wazoo. And I think they kind of save that because Yuna's already a former Sendai Junior champion, so I think the way that it's going to be is I still think Yuna challenges after, but I think Mako's the one who makes the pen, or probably
I mean,
submission.
I think either one happens.
Wait, is Yuna a former Sendai Girls Junior champion?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I didn't know that if that was the case. Wait, has
I'm
it
now
been
second
since
guessing
the
myself, so Cage Match here I come.
Already
Yeah,
on it.
because I think it's been Chi-Chi. She beat Yuna to win it, and then I think Aya Sakura won it.
Yuna has not won the Sendai Girls Junior Championship.
Fuck did she win then?
It was
Oh,
inactive for 3 years.
I'm blanking, and I was thinking of somebody else. Holy shit, Yuna has only won 10 matches in her career
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
and lost 66 of them. That's kind of crazy.
She's on a Kurt Hawkins losing streak, isn't she?
Uh,
I mean, her in-ring experience is 1 year,
Ah.
and she's also
how?
only. This is what I'm getting from Cage Match.
She debuted in 2023.
Wow. So
I
it's
mean,
about a year and some change.
Well, so like her 2-year would be this August
Oh, okay.
because she debuted August 9th of 2023.
Mm.
And she's also only 21.
Hell yeah.
So I think if you're gonna make somebody get a nice little pin here, it's probably Yuna.
Yeah.
Mostly
think
like a little bit of
Indy
a shock factor and you know.
But I think also that just pretty much confirmed my Mako one. I think this is probably too, like, with Sayori and Poi there. I think that's too big. Not necessarily that, like, I wouldn't book it like that. I just looking at it from the way that Japan booking usually works
Mm.
is then when rookies get that big win, like in a match like this, it's because of somebody else. Her get, I think, even though it would be on Aya, which I think we all agree that Aya is taking the pin regardless of who makes it.
Yep.
But
I could see a random Poi taking the pin.
Oh God.
see,
I could
Oh
see it.
no.
I could see it.
It's one or
Maybe Mako over Poi, but I wouldn't like that.
It would probably be Mako over Poi. It's a possibility. It's
Yeah.
low on that
okay.
list, but I think there's a distinct possibility of it.
But do you know it has a higher possibility?
Aya Sakura taking the pin, yeah.
Yeah. With Yuna.
What I was gonna say is Mika pinning Sayori.
Oh God.
No, I
They're gonna
guess.
fight
I mean, yeah. I
forever.
mean, it's the feud that will never end.
Yeah.
But
For my
also
prediction,
that also ropes back into if they do more Stardom versus Sendai.
which they probably will.
Like Sayori's just with like Micah, and their whole goal is to just destroy them.
Yeah. They could probably run Micah and Sayori versus Chihiro and Mika Iwata at some point if they really
Oh,
wanted to.
absolutely.
Would be
fun.
kind of weird, but I don't mind.
Well then, I guess that's a good place to end there. Final updated match: Yumiko Hota versus Rina.
What a huge
Bio,
match!
would you like to take the lead on this one?
Yeah, this is a huge match and huge opportunity for Rina. I love that, and I know there's been a lot of who is kind of next in line for the white belt and who's really getting up there. And I think this is a clear indication that it is Rina and that they've put a lot of faith in Rina and are really, really working on her becoming that next big star for them. And that's great. I don't think she's winning this match at all. Like, the chances are very, very low. But regardless, it's huge and it's going to be really good. Another match I'm really excited for. I know it's likely not going to be long. I think that it kind of comes down to, Hoda being the veteran, kind of whooping her around, but I think Rina's going to show a lot of fire. And I've been saying this forever, and then it keeps getting pushed back and not being done, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm just stupid or Okada is not doing it. Where I think it's really because this puts Rina in an underdog role again. That I think it's slowly building up for her eventual face run. Like, they started last year teasing Rina as a face on New Blood shows, she kind of took over the whole new blood as a whole, and I think with the SLK match where she had her underdog spot, she was in her hometown, had the entire crowd behind her. Quickly stopped cheating early on in the match, and then in this one, I think someone like Hoda can really be that one to kind of beat her down a lot, but not letting her give up, and then her really going and finding the fire. And maybe this is where I know I keep saying that hate's gonna turn on her, and now I just have that in the back of my mind in every big match that she has, that this could be one of the stepping stones in that for failing to beat a quote unquote old hag, as Reno herself would say. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on it?
I think this is I'm gonna subtitle this Demon Child versus Old Hag, but I think this is cool. I think it's a good showcase for Arena because she has been doing some crazy stuff this year. I did love the SOK match a lot, and I do agree with Bio. She may get kicked out soon because she's kind of too facey now, and you know, I like my heel groups to be all heels, no fuckery. So, and also that Oedo Tai kicked out SOK because she was kind of leaning into the face thing. But I think Yumiko Hara gets the win. It'll probably be like 9 minutes or something, and I think Rina will probably go on to do something else. Well, yeah, that's about it.
Um, not a lot I can add to this, honestly. Both of you have pretty much covered all the main points of this. Definitely big. Probably the biggest match of her career, besides the SLK one.
Yeah.
Right thing to do would be is to give her is to make her look good in this.
100%, yeah.
But no shot she gets a win over Yumiko.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna circle back to Rena after this, but Rukiee, do you want to kind of speed run your predictions for the other matches on the card?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go back and look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Wingori versus FWC. This is one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most because it's obviously a stars clash, and I like my little unit clashes. But also in the build to this, like they were just going ham. Hanan, her forearms, it was on one of the house shows, and she was just forearming the hell out of Hazuki. And I think she showed promise. I don't know what show it was on.
It was the
Was it the
most recent
conversion?
show.
No, no, I'm talking about the
Oh,
side of defense. I think it was the conversion in the opener. They went like 20
yes.
minutes, and my
Yes.
mind was blown. I didn't know they could like ramp it up like that. And this is a situation where now Wingori are the champions and FWC are the challengers. But I'm really excited for this match because I think Hazuki's gonna turn heel. Like I think she's gonna hit that bear with a chair, and we're
No.
gonna be done with FWC.
No. No. No, 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 no,
It's
no.
done.
No. No, no,
So,
no, no.
Rukiee, I'm gonna let you go back on these predictions in a second, because this is just furthering in what I was about to say about Rena. Uh, I It's either going to be Hazuki or Hanan. It just depends on
Oh.
who wins the match.
Yeah. I
Is who
wouldn't
is
like a
cheering.
title switch at all because that would mean FWC before time. tag team champions, goddess champions, I believe. And I think 4 times kind of overdoing it. I think 3 times is kind of overdoing it. But yeah, I definitely think a Hanan heel turn would be cool too, because she's really tall. So she could kind of like bully the rest of the roster. But I don't think if Hazuki were to turn heel, she'd go to hate. I think she'd join Suzu and like mess around with her.
And that's where I was getting in with Arena. Is at first I was kind of dead set that Rena would be joining Neo Genesis, but now that we have the Suzu group that has started, or that is starting, that she's looking for, I think Rena ends up getting ousted from hate or oust herself from hate and join Suzu.
Yeah, she's gonna join Suzuki-gun.
Suzuki.
Yeah,
Suzuki
that's
Gun is
what I'm gonna call it until we have a name.
I think everybody's gonna call them that until we have a name.
Yeah, and I'm for it. And I'd say it's either Hazuki or Hanan also joins.
Mhm.
And to kind of go with Micah, she lost Mina very recently. And that's going to affect her in this match. But after the most recent show, we had Suzu has her eye on a certain Hanako.
Oh man.
No, 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 no,
Oh
no,
yes, give it to
no, no,
me.
no, no, stop. No.
That
You
is
don't
being
want to see
said.
her bullying people, using her height to bully people?
This being said, I don't think we lose Hanako.
No.
I think it's bigger.
I wouldn't mind losing
I think,
Hanako, but also I would slot the Akira girl in there, Akira Kurigane.
yeah, 100%.
She's
At
too
first, I was like, "Oh,
edgy.
she's 100. She's." At first, I was like, "Oh, she's 100% God's Eye," and then I was like, and then when Suzu did this, I was like, "Oh, she's
Yeah.
joining Suzu."
Mhm.
And I think the seeds for that have been planted already, like since her debut. And I think also, but what I was saying is, I don't think we lose Hanako. I think we almost lose Hanako, and Micah loses trust.
That's interesting. I feel
I
like
would not be surprised to see Micah joining Suzu.
that would be
What?
overpowered though. I feel like that kind of disrupts the balance of everything in
Oh,
Stardom, and you don't have anywhere for the other girls to go.
No, like the thing is, like without Mina, there's not much left for EXV,
Mhm.
and I think EXV is just kind of fade away. And like if we lose Hanako to that, I don't know what else you really have for Micah. Because as much as I love Rian, and as much as I think that Rian is perfect in a top 5 in Stardom, I
Mhm.
it's not going to continue with Micah, Waka, and Rian.
That's fair.
Like,
I do think I
I
just think that
don't think there's anything else really can do. If you take Micah out of that, you can
that's
kind of
fair.
spread the members of EXV elsewhere.
I do think
Rian,
taking Micah out of that though kind of pushes Suzuki out the spotlight,
it
and
does.
I don't think I would want a recently turned heel to be overshadowed in any circumstance, especially if this is hers, because she makes it seems like it's her faction.
yeah, and that's another struggle because like so what I'm looking at here is taking Hanako out would destroy EXV, and then there's nothing for Micah. But if you take Micah out of EXV and disband EXV, reasonably everybody else has a place they can go.
That's fair.
I'd say Waka would probably rejoin Cosmic. I'd say Rian would go to Stars. Hanako could probably fit in Neogenesis. And Xena, I don't even know if Xena's coming back at this point.
She's injured.
Yeah, she's major injured.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where I'll kind of cut the Suzuki part on, so we can stay semi back on track as you cover the rest of your predictions.
We'll need to circle back to that because what the fuck?
There's so much going on, and we've had kind of a crazy week as well with everything that's gone on in our personal lives and online community lives. So
I actually wish I got to see Awesome's reaction to that because I was like, yo, she's gonna turn. He was like, no, she's not gonna turn. I was like, okay. Okay, buddy, just you wait. But I thought it was gonna happen at Queendom. I didn't think it was gonna happen at Corkin.
What was that? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I look. You just go through your predictions.
Next is Mayu Utani versus Shuri. I wouldn't be lying if I said I didn't really care about the result too much, but I do want Shuri to win. Cause like if Mayu's dead set on doing a V12 and trying to surpass Okada, they can do that. I feel like she has enough challengers to do that. But I do want Shuri to win just because I feel like she is at the level to hold that belt, and I feel like a Shuri singles title run for anything is really long overdue. She's had an amazing run with the red belt. She hasn't held a title in a while, so I feel like this giving her something to do, featuring her on New Japan events could be cool, especially in America, because I feel like American fans really sleep on Sherry as like a main player because she doesn't get a lot to do. But I feel like if you swap the titles here, she could have a great reign with that. And Mayu can just do Mayu stuff. Maybe Mayu could team with 2 people in Stars and then they have an artist run. But other than that, I feel like Shuri's gonna win here. I want Shuri to win. The Mayu reign has been awesome. But yeah, I think it's time that we pull the trigger on this and just give it to Shuri. But yeah, that's my prediction for the IWGP Women's. Oh yeah, Starlight Kid versus Azumi, Wonder of Stardom Championship, and leadership of Neogenesis. Neogenesis in some way, it kind of reminds me of I don't know if anyone watches Noah, but when Kaito Kiyomiya had a match against Keno, they did it for the GHC Championship, the N1 Victory Final, and the leadership of All Rebellion. This will probably be match of the night, and it could also be match of the year for 2025. These two have amazing chemistry. I don't think that one or the other will leave if the leadership gets swapped. I've seen people say Azumi will win, but SOK's reign has just started, and I don't think you can dial back on a second Wonder reign. I feel like after this, she has to go for the red. But Neogenesis is fine. I don't think Azumi will leave. I don't think SOK will leave. I feel like if one of those two left, the faction doesn't really have a pure second, especially with Mei Sarah kind of in the high speed division and Mio Masaki not quite ready for the white belt, in my opinion, yet. I feel like these two will just hug it out, and then Neo Genesis will probably get a 5th member in Arena. But I'm really excited for this match. I think this could be match of the night, and it won't even be close. But yeah, I also liked in the promo package that they showed a lot of their previous matches. Like they showed the clips from the All Together one, and they showed clips from the High Speed Championship match from Cinderella Journey and Nagaoka, which is one of my favorite high speed matches. That was awesome. And then the final one is Saya Kamatani versus Tam Nakano, career versus career, World of Stardom Championship match. Oh God. Man, it really does come full circle, does it? After this, if one person loses, they have to retire immediately. I think this is like the easiest parlay on Saya Kamatani ever. Tam and Saya, I feel like Tam chose Saya as her opponent just because, that's her protege. And also they fucking hate each other. But I just wish there was a way they could do this without it seeming so cop-out-ish. Because they had the loser leave Stardom at Korakuen, and I thought that was fine. Went a little too short in my opinion and didn't feel too big. So I guess I should have kind of expected something else. But I do think it's kind of redundant. I don't know. As someone who really liked this feud and as someone who saw the white belt match from Dream Queendom live, I thought it was really special, but I just feel like the feud has kind of slowed down. And I don't like that the red belt isn't as it doesn't feel important. Like ever since Saya's held it, it hasn't really felt important. And this is me saying that with Saya being one of my favorite people on the Stardom roster. But I do think Saya will win, and I don't know who her next challenger is going to be. I don't know who they could throw at her, which is a problem for the future of the main event scene. But yeah, because they're saving the
So
Micah match for something big. But I don't know who they could throw at her. Maybe Sayoriano, but I don't know.
I am going to say I don't like that they threw the, because I have like two things, and I don't like how they threw the leadership for SOK and Azumi
Mhm.
on the line, because I think Neogenesis should be run by SOK.
As do I.
However, thinking about who's next for Saya, they have been doing a lot with SOK and Saya lately that I wouldn't. So like I don't know who's going to win
Mhm.
on SOK and Azumi anymore, because
Mhm.
Azumi could very well win to take the white belt off of SOK so she can chase Saya, and Azumi can have the white belt.
I feel like if you do that though,
But I don't think that Azumi should be the one leading Neogenesis.
mm,
That that is like that. This whole match is very weird. So I guess now I look at it as SOK beats Azumi, and nobody challenges Saya until SOK loses the belt.
oh, that would be weird. You gotta throw somebody at her. I feel like
You and
Sayoriano is the easy.
you insert Sayoriano or Natsupoi here.
Yeah. I also feel that white belt, I want SOK to get
Oh
at
wait,
least a
no.
V5.
Oh, what are we talking about? Yeah, SOK is beating Azumi, and
Mhm.
then after Saya wins, Carrara goes and says, "Oh, my wish is I'm going to challenge for the red belt,
Interesting.
and I'm going to avenge Tam." Which, by the way, we didn't mention because it hasn't been announced, but Carrara is winning the Rumble.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I will take
Alright.
another Carrara W.
But yeah, Carrara's gonna challenge Saya, obviously lose that, and then I think SOK loses the white belt probably at the next pay-per-view
Mhm.
as well, and then SOK challenges Saya for the red belt.
This is
And
a
maybe wins it.
I was gonna say this opinion is controversial. I don't like the idea of Carrara skipping the line, but I guess that would be better than the other option, which is her just wishing Tam back.
Well, I
Which is
mean, it's no different than somebody skipping the line in the last few years for the white belt.
I don't think Carrara's at the level to challenge for the red
I'm in
belt.
that same boat as Rukiee, honestly, and like I do like Carrara. It's not a knock on her at all.
Her spirit's awesome.
It's like it's just the fact that like there are so many people on the roster who have been at at the level of challenging for the white belt and the red belt for years and haven't been able to. For someone to be a rookie still and kind of get thrown into such a main event story
Mhm.
is, especially like in Japan, where it like a lot of Japanese wrestling, and one of the biggest things that I love about it is watching like people progress and
Mhm.
not people who are just kind of thrown into spots. Like I love like the rookie aspect of Japan, where
Yeah.
it takes a long time for them to even get their first win, and each win feels significant and huge, and now you're constantly watching them grow, get
Mhm.
better. You're seeing, and then that also paying off in the storyline aspect. That like I understand Carrara's place in this feud, and it works well for her
Mhm.
because most of the time she's still kind of presented as a rookie until winning the Cinderella. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, slow down a little bit.
Yeah. I think it
Because
risks
I
No,
feel like
they're
it's going to be
overexposure.
detrimental to her
Yeah,
down the line.
that's where I'm at. I feel like it risks
Uh,
overexposure.
and I don't even think it's overexposure. It's just you put her at that level, but once all of this is done, it's really hard to kind of go and be like, okay, well, you did this, your place in the story is over. Now we have to go and put you back in, you know, with the rest of the rookies so we can continue everything else because that's what they're
Yeah.
going to do. And then it's just going to make Carrara look very weak after this.
Mhm.
And it's like she had this huge push that didn't amount to anything, but that's not necessarily like, I'm talking about more of like an outsider fan, reaction, not necessarily what we know through this, but
I
yeah,
think even
it's
as
just
an
I
insider
don't
fan,
see
that
it
would
just
be my
going.
reaction.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
am an
again, that's not
insider.
a knock on Carrara. It's just
Yeah.
you're throwing her in a really high position, knowing that she's not staying in that position, and that's going to be detrimental to her career, and it's going to be hard to go and throw her down and then try to
Yeah.
get her back up to there. Is yeah, I'm not for
We
it.
grow over here. We don't leap.
who's to say she goes back to being presented as a rookie?
The Japan booking.
I
And
do not think we can apply Japan booking anymore.
I mean,
because
Japan booking is crazy sometimes.
like we can't apply the standard Japan booking anymore. Like we have passed that.
Even
the
with
thing that I'm getting
the
at here is you're she's still technically presented like a rookie. Like as of now. She's
yeah,
she's still losing most of her singles matches, and she's still a lot of the times a pin eater for bigger matches, bigger 6-person matches and tag matches. That we're seeing this rookie go and challenge Saya, losing, and now it's going to be a placement on the card because she earned that with a Cinderella, sure, but she's not really worked her way up the card.
mhm,
It's so after that, it's just there's not necessarily just a place that she just fits outside of the
yeah.
storyline. Like, so once the story's done, you really don't have much you can do with Carrara outside of just going back to being another rookie.
I also
Because
think
of that,
her
it's
matches
not
with
necessary.
Saya. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead because I'm just gonna end up trying to figure out other things to say and rambling. So
I get you. I get you. I also think our matches with Saya haven't been. I think she had one. I can't remember what pay-per-view she had one, but she did good in that one. But I think the Okinawa one they had was just, it was decent. But I definitely feel like she still has flaws, and putting her in such a big position as the red belt, I don't know if she can have like a 25 for 22-minute match. Well, that's just me. But I do think Saya wins.
yeah,
Saya
well,
wins
100%. Like,
against Tam.
oh yeah, that too. But
And then
yeah,
that's it for Tam.
You're also running under the assumption that they aren't crazy enough that if she challenges Saya for the red belt, they just don't surprise put it on her.
that
You
would be
think they'll do
insane.
that?
I'm I could see it in this current this
No.
this current thing that's happening. No, because here's why, right? Kamatani will be riding so high and so she will be emoting like crazy that she's going to overlook Harara and Carrara's just gonna pin her. Which will
Like
then
she did
lead
last time.
which happened last time.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Carrara has a long reign with that belt, but
Nah,
I
no.
could see the
No.
surprise. There's the revenge. There we go. You know, we are there. Here's the surprise, and then Kamatani just loses her damn mind
Mm.
because
I don't think
she's just gonna be running around like figuring out what the hell just happened to her. And she's just gonna go down this absolute batshit insane like hole more than she already is.
she's probably gonna shave her head or something.
She might.
So I don't see that happening
I
at
don't
all.
know. I don't see that happening. I think putting the belt on Carrara, even Carrara challenging for it, that's just kind of insane. I
She
do
won
think
the
her wish.
Cinderella tournament, and people were pissed that she was gonna use they assumed that she was gonna use the wish on bringing one of them back, but now I'm hearing
Could still happen.
no. I'm not going to be. I don't like her challenging for a belt, even though she won a tournament to earn the right to challenge for a title.
She challenged for the white belt, but not the red belt.
I was
But
gonna
there's
say
nothing.
challenge for the future.
There's nothing that says she has to challenge for the white belt.
So I'm
But
not mad that she challenging for the belt with the thing. I'm still
How
not
many
a fan
times
of
have we
winning
seen
Cinderella,
people
like at
challenge for
all.
the red belt that were like, "Why are you challenging for the red belt?"
but this is different.
I
She's like a rookie. She's not like
like
a
It's a
if
new
say
age, baby.
like okay, so say if like obviously like it's hard to do it because it was like a basically all rookie tournament. If
yeah.
if the tournament had more main eventer level people and like Azumi won that and challenged for the red belt 100%. Like yeah, go for it, queen. uh
Mhm.
with it being a rookie, I mean going after the red belt, like sure, whatever. Like I'm not mad. Like there should be no way that she stands a bit of a chance and kind of just like she would get her fire for wanting the revenge, but kind of just gets her ass handed to her because obvious. Uh, yeah, it's whatever. But the biggest reason that I don't see Carrara taking it is because they're already, setting in the seeds for SLK. So I think you do your Carrara thing, let that get out of the way, and then SLK. So I would say that Saya retains on the same show, that SLK loses the white belt, and then SLK challenges Saya. And I wouldn't be surprised if SLK takes it from Saya. And then I get to be very happy because SLK becomes the first true Grand Slam champion in Stardom.
Oh yeah, she could do
So
that. Well, no, SWA.
Well, SW is disbanded, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, Mayu has won everything in Stardom, and so has Zio.
Mayu has not won the future belt or the
Oh,
new blood type titles.
we count
SLK
that?
has.
I don't think we count that. She can't do that.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
Mhm.
No, I love you, man. But no, like,
so
so
like
SLK would be the only one to win every title, and that's every active title in Stardom.
I do think SOK has earned her right to challenge for the red belt, or even hold it.
Yeah, and I
But
think she
I'd
does.
love to see SOK and Saya both get 1 to 2 more defenses, just because I feel like the red belt feeling like an afterthought in modern Stardom is not a good thing, and that's what it feels like right now.
Yeah, and well, I think letting SLK take that off of that is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And becoming that, uh, Saya will get 2 more defenses. She defends it against Tam, and then defends it against Carrara, and then faces SLK. And I
I thought it
think,
was gonna be I think you have Sayori challenge, and then maybe they do the fucking Micah challenge that they've been building up to for the last 7 years.
see, then maybe SLK challenges and loses, but I don't think SLK's reign lasts longer. Uh, because I think that, especially without Tam, they're really wanting to move her up to the red belt division
Yeah.
and pushing her as the main event talent that she is, and I'm very happy for her.
I
Uh,
just realized Suzu could challenge SOK and probably win. That is in the realm of possibility.
that is,
that would be
um,
down the line.
Yeah. She's already
uh,
challenged for the red belt.
I could see that being Dream Queendom's main event if they go
SLK
that route.
versus
Yeah.
for the
I
red or
think
the
there
white.
is a clear Suzu path to the white belt.
See, I would say that Suzu for the white belt soon sounds possible. and it's probably the way it goes.
Yeah.
But that isn't my Reno beating SOK for the white belt agenda, so I'm choosing to ignore it. Because I still think that moment of Rena hitting the Tiger Lily on SOK to win the white belt, it's too perfect of a moment.
I also think if they do run Suzu versus May on this All-Star Grand Kingdom card, that Suzu like probably kills her.
Yes.
Yeah. Suzu wins, takes the high speed belt and the high belt, and then just kind of like, yeah, fuck this belt. Because I don't think that there's just not enough high speed wrestlers in Stardom anymore that the belt is kind of.
I think she should introduce a new belt.
No, because then SLK won't be because SLK wouldn't have won that belt.
Oh well, sucks to suck.
Yeah, sucks.
You.
I think the Stardom belts are perfect right now. I don't know if Suzu challenges for that high speed belt because like this isn't a knock on Suzu at all. I think she's more the brawler archetype. I don't know if she can like do the 2 out of 3 falls, you know.
Oh yeah, that is right. They did
Yeah,
introduce those
10
new rules.
minutes.
Fuck that. Never mind. Fuck everything I said.
Well,
Just
no.
already
Hold on. We could still do that, right?
not for the story.
Yeah.
That's the story. And then it gives her a belt that'll just be like useless on her.
But
Yeah,
what if? But again, what if she wins that belt and turns it into something else?
That's interesting. That'd be interesting.
like again, well, interesting. Like, I think right now, I think the feud is too hot to go and have a belt made stipulation.
Yeah.
Like the meaning, like
I mean,
the
if
context of the belt
Suzu,
as a stipulation to the match. I don't think is. I think this needs to be a fight, not a. Hey, here's this weird rule set we have to follow for this belt.
Yeah.
That complicates it. Like it needs to just be a singles match.
Yeah.
But whether like it could be a hardcore singles match, which would be cool as fuck.
No DQ,
Or it
maybe.
could be a singles match. If it was just if the belt didn't have any attached rules to it, I'd be in 100% agreement. But that ruins it.
Anyways, I think we're getting off topic. We're worried about Suzu and Suzuki-gun later. But I think Saya wins this. I don't think she leaves hate either. I just really love the concept of heel Saya. So I don't know. And I feel like they have to make up for what they did with this whole storyline because storyline is turning sour real fast.
It's I hate it so much.
Yeah, I also think if
Once you're
Kurara
tired of
uses
arguing
the
about it,
wish,
say,
that's kind of gonna demoralize like my view of Stardom. But it's okay.
okay, now where were we on our agenda? Because we spent a lot of time on Grand Kingdom.
well, we're gonna spend more time on it because we have a press conference.
That is right. I think we kind of covered most of
I
it.
think we did cover most of it.
Talking about the match. So we kind of do a brief rundown. So we had, the Hanan and Hazuki thing. That is really there.
That's a big
So
thing.
yeah, I'm not the person to explain these right now.
Okay. So the Hazuki Hanan, I don't want to call it a feud yet, but that kind of
The rumor spreading.
sure. Basically at this press conference, Hanan called out Hazuki specifically. Mostly because because she of her harsh handling of the juniors, like Matoy Hamabe.
Oh my gosh, Hazuki, I hate you.
And Hanan also kind of called her out for the apology she did because in Hanan's mind, it's because the company made her put out that apology. Azuki is of the mindset right now of nobody's been trying to make stars better. And Hanan seems to be the only one that has a problem with her. Because everyone else in stars doesn't have a problem with Hazuki. And this also caused Suzuki to question if she made stars better. Both of them were in tears during this press conference. During this, which then brought in Koguma and Saya Ida into the mix. With Koguma basically going, I am not taking any sides in this because they're both kind of right.
Oh.
And well, not both of them are kind of right. Basically, she's like, they're not wrong about how they feel. So I'm not taking a side here. Which then caused Koguma to cry. And for her to basically say, she's hoping that this match will help them finally move forward in the positive direction together. You know,
Oh, well, it's gonna be a negative direction
we'll
because
get there. We'll get there. But also, you know, everybody is on the same page of putting an end to the problems. Hanan wants to create a new form of stars, which is Hazuki going to be part of that new stars? Who knows?
Yeah, this is a very tragic story.
It's a
But-
very tragic story.
Yeah, very, very tragic, but like Shuri bruised her shin.
What does Shuri have to do with me talking about the stars?
she's
Well,
gonna
look,
join
I wanted a funny transition to talk.
I'm not even done talking about what happened between these two.
Oh damn it! I ruined the own joke. I was expecting a bunch of laughter.
Yeah,
and,
you
that was
did.
funny. And then it was just silence, and I'm gonna shut up for the rest of the podcast.
Tally one for Bio messing up.
Oh, tally one. Might get kicked
Tally
off.
one. We're gonna be tallying these now
Oh wow.
as we move forward. And by tallying them, by moving forward, I mean I'm gonna forget about it probably next episode.
3 strikes and you're out type of deal.
Anyway, Hazuki then went on Twitter to say that she didn't mean to hurt anyone, and she recognizes that both her and Hanan don't necessarily see eye to eye on things. You know, their mindsets on how to do things and what to do. Mayu chimed in on Twitter as well, but she deleted the tweet. But my main man Scott, who I'm currently who's giving me this very good overview of what happened, said that in the tweet that Mayu tried to solve things in Okinawa, and none of it mattered, and that she's not upset that nothing got solved. Mayu is disappointed and feels very badly about herself for not being able to fix things. And Mayu doesn't want to be in stars like this anymore. And that's big.
That's huge.
That's huge. Because stars is Mayu.
Mayu is Stars.
Exactly. Like, we could be seeing a breakup of Stars,
That'd be crazy.
which would be crazy because they've had the same 6 people since January of 2022.
Stars been around for a long time. I think
Oh,
since like
Stars has been around since
2019.
like the beginning, like literally a couple years into it, because it started out as the start of Neo Army with Nane Takahashi.
Wait, no. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Is that
It
wrong?
was yeah, that's wrong because it started off as Stardom's Army, and it was in 2019. Because you remember the Stardom draft
Yeah.
with the Otai and Queen's Quest? Yeah, Stars was part of that. And so Stars was basically Mayu saying whoever didn't get drafted was gonna just join her faction, and that's how Stars began. And it's morphed into something way smaller.
Yeah, it's because the Neo Stardom Army, that was the night
Unimon
afterwards.
and Unimon.
Yeah, that was
And
that was way down the line.
a lot of use.
Apologies, I was wrong. But either way, but yeah, Stars has been around for a while. But I do remember seeing another tweet about the press conference where like it came out where it's like Hazuki, like it was Hazuki's idea to do the jackets in the way that they did. Like Hazuki's been the one to like do things, do some of the cool things that they've done before, and Hanan hasn't really done a whole lot. Um, Somebody did bring up that during the press conference that FWC were wearing a more grunge style, which is a Suzu look.
Oh boy.
While it could mean nothing, it could pivot into, you know, it could pivot to FWC joining up with Suzu.
Hazuki, please don't bring that bear into Suzuki-gun.
Whoa, what do you have against Koguma? What do you have against
I
Koguma?
don't think she would be a good heel, man. She's too like smiley and happy and stuff. And she might get her head smashed in with a chair in like a few weeks.
No, shut up. I swear. I
Oh, it's
swear
going
if
down.
on that show Hazuki smashes Koguma in the head with a chair, I'm finding you and I'm blaming you.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm like I never get this stuff wrong.
No. Okay. All right. All right.
No.
Crazy Star
The worst
breakup.
part is
Crazy
Rukiee usually does make
breakup.
correct predictions for these kinds of things.
Well, this one, it ain't happening.
Okay.
It's not happening here.
Okay.
I don't think the chair is getting smashed over Koguma's head, mostly because I don't think Hazuki can bring herself to do it. If anything, she might just walk away from Stars in FWC, which would really suck because I do like them as a tag team.
Well, also got to keep in mind that they still have the
They also still have the Oz Academy belts.
yeah.
Oh, they could just vacate those.
That's not happening.
See, that's another big problem. Like you have what they have with Stardom right now with other people's belts. You have FWC who are holding the Oz Academy belts in a feud slash story that you know that it's expected that she's going to turn. You have Saya defending, putting her career on the line in a match for the red belt while she still has the wave title. Like it's it's things like that. That's like, oh well, so you can't have Hazuki turn on Koguma right now because they're currently holding the titles or are currently tag champions elsewhere, and then you can't have Saya retire while holding another company's belt.
Watch it come out that
That's how
they're
dumb.
forced to retire from Stardom.
Oh no. No,
Somebody
no, no.
didn't read the fine print.
No, 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 no.
I'm
Please,
just
no.
saying. I'm
You know
just
what?
saying.
You know
I
what?
can't take another one.
You know what? Send Tam to Ice Ribbon. I don't watch Ice Ribbon. I'm
Oh
fine
my
with that.
god, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send her there. I don't have to care. I like that better
Anyway,
than Tam getting the pen. The writing pen, I should say, not like the pen that she wins the match. I'm meaning like Tam retires and then they give her like booking powers. I would hate that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
anyway. So yes, that did add to that tag match. Next one would be Micah's comments about Sendai to Big Hash. Basically, she was just like, "Huh, the press conference they held it in was like some auditorium, I think." And Micah was just like, "Huh, usually your Sendai can only do shows in these kinds of places. Meanwhile, we in Stardom, we're doing big shows at big places."
Earned. We got that Bushiroad money.
And then also it ended with Micah slamming Big Hash.
Oof.
And then Micah had to be pulled away and taken out of the building.
She was drunk.
She was not drunk.
She
She might have been
had-
slightly intoxicated.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, she
Micah?
was slightly intoxicated. She
I have
just lost Mina
look,
Shirakawa.
look.
And in States Exhibit A, this is Mina Shirakawa. You two would be slightly intoxicated if you lost her too.
Your Honor, my client Mike over here, she's what the kids call slammed as fuck.
Anyway,
I'm done trying to make jokes. I'm too tired.
anyway, the other things of note, I think Rena made some comments, but I didn't see the translations on that one. The last big one was between Cam and Saya, which the visual of Saya walking in all black dress and everything, like she's going to a funeral.
She looked beautiful.
She looked amazing in it. And then the visual of Tam in all white coming in, and it was such an it was a beautiful visual for at least for me. I've been enjoying the feud.
Yeah, it can be a one on that one. That's okay.
Look, the Tam road is a lonely road that I walk, okay? And I'm okay with
It's
that.
the only road you'll ever know.
It is the
Oh
loneliest
my
road
god, Rukiee.
I'll ever
Okay,
know.
I am very off topic. And something that the listeners won't be paying attention to or have any knowledge of. Did you see what I made?
Was it the Tam edit?
No. With Awesome.
No. Don't believe so.
I mean, you can also put it wherever we posted, we can put it in there.
Yeah.
If this is what I think it is.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The VH1 logo in this is killing
so
me.
for the for context for our listeners, it's a screenshot of the Boulevard Broken Dreams music video by Green Day with Awesome's name over Billy Joe Armstrong walking on Tam Road with I Walk a Lonely Road. That's it. Sorry for getting off topic. We
Only
need to
road you'll ever know.
really need to get this so we can wrap this up. Walk in, guys.
But other than that, the final like nail in the coffin for it was Saya presented Tam with black roses as like giving her flowers because Kamatani is going to kill her and her career. To which then Tam took the bouquet and proceeded to
shit out of
beat
her.
the shit out of her with it.
It was
Which
crazy.
was incredible. It was absolutely amazing. And
Just, like,
I was here for. Look, Stardom press conferences don't miss.
I think I want to do top 3 fits real quick.
Go for it.
1 was Mayu's, 2's was Hazuki's, and 3 was probably Hanan's. I don't think the fits were hitting this time though.
That's okay. They didn't need to hit.
No, they need to hit every time.
No, they didn't need to hit for
I'm
this.
a
We're here for the story. I'm not here for the fashion.
I'm
Hey,
here
I'm
for the
here for the
fashion.
fits personally.
I mean,
Wait.
look,
Oh wait,
they could walk out in fucking cardboard boxes. I still wouldn't give a shit.
Azumi's fit was also good, and
Azumi's
SOK's
fit was good.
fit was also good. Oh man, with the purple hair, wow.
Bro, purple hair Azumi's back. We are so back.
Yeah, I think Azumi might be my new number 1.
Last thing of the press conference, Mayu and Shuri. Shuri showed off a massive fucking bruise on her shin that she got from, I believe, practicing, and she just went, I don't know how I got this, but I must have hit something big. While everybody was looking at it like, Shuri, you psycho. Well, I'm just sitting there like, Shuri, you goat.
It didn't look too bad.
See, the crazy thing is, I don't think Shuri got that from practice. I think that she came up with like, hey, this would be really intimidating and cool if I showed this in a press conference. I'm gonna just give myself a fucking bruise.
And it was. Because even Mayu's reaction to it was just like, oh my god. Other than that, that was the press conference. Once again,
Mayu better have a brain of steel for when she gets kicked in the head by Shuri. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. But again, a Stardom press conference does not disappoint in us and everything. But there was something that did get translated from the Tam Saya one where Tam said, President, please make sure you promise us the no second rule and the one other thing. There will be no retirement match at a later date, no retirement road, no ceremony, and if I lose, I will retire immediately. At that point, I will completely disappear from this world. Goodbye, Kamatani, forever.
Sure you will.
But yeah, Stardom press conference hits again. Some of the funniest press conferences you will ever watch in wrestling have come from Stardom. But yeah, that was the Dream Queendom press conference.
Woo!
What do we got next? What do we got next?
Young Kiana's back.
Ah,
Bro.
yes.
I don't watch Marigold that often, but I might tune in because, bruh, I've been hoping Jungle Kiona would come back for the longest time, and we got it, but it's in Marigold and not fucking Stardom, which honestly, I don't know which one is better or worse at this point, but I'm so happy, like,
Marigold's on fire right now.
yeah,
There's nothing saving that promotion right now.
yeah, it's a burning hellhole.
It is. It is.
I did think
It's Stardom 2.0.
I don't know if y'all touched on this. I did think the twin star between Nane and Yamaoka versus Senka Akatsuki and Takumi Rojo was decent. I think Senka and Yamaoka Seri are the future of Joshi right now. And are you at the wall? That's all I'll say. But Joan Kiona's back. She's the girl. We have the same birthday, April 1st. I'm like literally so happy. And man, like when I saw it, I almost cried.
So I'm going to be the bearer of bad news on this one. Jungle Kiona said that she's going to have this match with Nanai and then address her future in wrestling. And I think that we're getting this match, and then she's going to announce her retirement.
I mean, if that's it, that's it. But
And yeah,
it's been a long road.
yeah, but I will say I'm very happy to see her again. I really hope it isn't her retirement and Jungle is just back. Sadly, like I know right now, Marigold is doing a lot with Marvelous, and I think that has a lot of potential. Which I think that only kind of complicate Stardom versus Sendai, because that just, and now you have two things kind of doing the same again, and I think that if things do well with the Marvelous crossover, and we start getting a lot more Marvelous talent just working Stardom, or not Stardom, Marigold, you get my apologies, everybody. I'm just out of it. You could kind of somewhat save a lot of Marigold's issues with injuries, with a lacking main event.
Tank.
Tank.
Don't talk about Tank, man.
Bro, we're gonna get that one account after us.
Tank.
See, well, now we're gonna have that one guy who just posts all those Marigold botches come after us and talk about how wrong we're not.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck that dude.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that dude, and I just block them. And if you follow them, you're a dork.
He can come after these nuts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm gonna straight up say right now, if you're following him, you are a dork. And anyway, rant over on that guy.
If you're following him, you're a dork and you fuck with Dan Shocodino.
Okay, man, why I gotta bring Dino in here?
I'm not a fan.
Don't start.
Don't start.
We can't get off topic because
no, we can't at this point.
Yeah, we can't get off topic.
Very late. I have work in the morning.
So do I.
Oh, work twins. I start on Monday. But yeah, we're getting off topic.
That was the press conference. Jungle Kiona's back. That's a lot of fun. Still not gonna save Marigold from being the absolute fucking dumpster fire it is, but that's for another time.
So Marigold could, with the Marvelous crossover, if they kind of get more access to the Marvelous talent, I think there's hope for Marigold.
Yeah.
And I wish it would have
Nope.
ended on this so we could end on a happy note.
Mhm.
But we have to address a lot of injuries.
Oh, wait. I do wanna say something before you get into that.
Go for it.
Sai Kamatani defended her Regina de Wave championship against Yumi Oka.
Word.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it'll be V4 for her. The match was good, though.
I am going to start. I'm going to say it here so everybody can hold me to it that I'm going to start locking into Wave.
Okay, you got it.
And I want to, because I really want to watch Wave and just really lock into that promotion.
Mm.
Everything that I've seen from there, I loved. And I love their whole aesthetic. Especially of like their promo posters, but again, going off topic again. Yeah. So just very most recently, Stardom's latest rookie, and got injured with a hand
Oh.
injury.
God
Is
damn it.
expected to make a quick return, which is good.
How am I supposed to say hi, Ann, if she's not there?
Sad to see.
How am I supposed to keep my bit going if she's not there?
I will say she has a lot of confidence for a rookie.
She's so happy to be there.
She's charismatic.
She has charisma. She's so
Yeah.
happy to be there. She already has a pretty sick signature for portraits.
Yeah,
She's got it all, man.
Yeah.
she's great. I love her. Honestly, somebody I'd love to see like work TJPW.
She
I
would
think
fit
she
in
fits there
Teach
well.
without batting an eye, but I'm glad she's in
Yeah.
Stardom.
She looks so serious too for her debut, and she's all like happy and smiling and stuff.
She's so happy.
And she wears orange. So
I mean, she checked all the all the book like the check marks for me. You know,
yeah.
when it
Like
comes to
she's
rookies.
somebody I want to go and see at a show and just get a high five from.
I want that. I do want that.
Like she would 100% give the best high fives. And speaking of injured rookies, we also have
Oh god.
Matoi on the
I'm gonna cry.
injured list.
Oh my god. She was my favorite one, dude.
I think hers is a bit of a longer one, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
I don't remember.
I don't.
Just too.
It hasn't been disclosed what it is, but
Yeah,
she
I
says
don't
she's looking forward to returning to the ring soon.
That's
So I
good.
don't know if it's serious, but it is undisclosed. I'm happy she didn't give up though, because usually when rookies get injured, they kind of think about their future,
Yeah,
but it
especially
doesn't
if it's a bad injury.
yeah, it doesn't seem like she's given up, so that's good.
That is very good to see.
She showed a lot of promise too.
Oh yeah, no, 1000%.
Yeah.
The few shows that I saw her while I was over there in Japan, I definitely became a fan of hers.
Yeah.
She's very good in the ring, I think.
Yeah. She has a bright future, and she supposedly wants to join God's Eye, so that's cool.
Everybody wants to join God's Eye.
Or she wants to the most. I
Cue,
think she's
cue the music. Fucking new world order, but it's God's Eye.
I love her smile too.
Well, Toy does have a good smile.
It's awesome. Oh, wait. Matoy Car. I forgot to say
Matoy
that.
car.
Vroom
Matoy
vroom.
car.
Yeah, I invented that. I don't know if y'all have
That's
said it on the first
we have
episode,
not. This is the
but
first time it's been mentioned on the show.
yeah, I'm gonna trademark that soon, so get ready.
You're gonna trademark? All right,
Yeah.
this fucking guy.
Here, well, now that you've brought it up on the podcast, now it is now ours, and we can make
That's
merchandise.
true. That's
And-
true. It is ours
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I can keep using it. Yeah.
I've got some bad news for you.
Oh man.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've
Shout
got
out
some
Wade
bad
Barrett.
news for you.
He's real cool.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, who else is on the injured list? Because SOK and Poi were on there, but they're now back. And the greatest clip of all time was posted, and of Natsupoi return, where Rian in mid match is like, Natsupoi, congratulations on your healthy return. And Poi's all happy. Oh, thank you so much. And she's like, how's your foot? Oh, and Poi just does, Poi, really happy Poi. And then immediately Rian goes and tries to step on her foot, and it's I love it. Rian
He's
is a
cold.
gem.
Rian is a gem.
That's our takeaway from this. We're gonna
Yeah.
end on that Rian is a gem.
Rian
She's
is a
scary.
gem. Well, I guess real quick, in recent shows, the Korkin with the Suzu turn, Neo Genesis is no longer fine.
Yes.
Crazy Star is no longer fine. Yeah, you would celebrate something like that, you ass.
You're crazy.
I've been wanting this to happen for so long.
At least she didn't go to hate.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
important
if she
part.
went to hate, I'd hate Stardom more than I already do.
And you'd hate if she went to hate.
Shut up, Rukiee.
I'm kind of glad she didn't go to hate in hindsight.
No, I am. Like, if she went to hate, I would just been like, all right, pack it in.
It opens up the possibilities for just like looking forward to the product that they have right now.
I mean, yeah, she's just gonna go around killing people again.
Yeah.
I
With
personally,
Osprey.
I think this would be the perfect time for them to bring back Prominence.
That'd be cool. It's still around, actually.
I mean, I know they're still around, but I think bringing them back to be more of a like a fixture per se in the current Stardom.
I love their first run. That's what introduced me to Risa Sarah, and I'm forever grateful. So
Yeah, so I would greatly like to see that happen because I think that would be very fun.
I don't think it's gonna be Prominence though. I think it's gonna be Suzuki-gun.
I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be
Something else.
Suzuki-gun, but you know, dare to dream, dare to dream. The other one was at the Korkin that happened on the 2nd. Was it really that long ago? Jeez, time is a construct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, isn't Xena injured too?
Yeah, Xena still has an ACL injury. I'm not sure when she's coming back. She's been gone for a while. But other things that happened on that Korkin of note, Hina defended the future Stardom title against Tabata, which it was a match, and that's all I have.
Sort of one of the matches of all time.
It was a match that happened. Now on to more important things. We had Mina versus Micah, which was a very good match. Micah having fun once again. Truly showing us that she's a real one.
Too much fun.
No, I think she had the perfect amount of fun. I thought it was great. It's fun.
Mhm.
I mean, we all know Mike has been after Mina for years, all right? She just had to have one more time around the block, you know?
I wonder who she's gonna try and go after. Cause first it was Momo, and now it's Mina. So I wonder who else she'll try and coax.
I'm excited to see who she tries to get to. And the other match of noteworthy, Tam versus Sayori, which I thought was a very good match. It was exactly what I expected it to be. Both of them, a very very methodical, hard hitting match for both of them. I also didn't know this, but I guess Dave watched it.
Wow.
Guess what he gave it?
4.5.
Yep.
Oh wow. Ah,
Yeah, he gave it 4.5.
damn. I guess I gotta watch it now.
I thought it was.
I
I guess
didn't
if you're
like
not
it.
a fan of that style of wrestling, it's not going to be your cup of tea. But I enjoyed it because there was more to it than just the match. It's their history together, you know. And if we're on the retirement road for Tam, this match needed to happen.
I mean, I'm personally a fan of Topes, Poison Ranas, and Canadian Destroyers and Sunset Flips, so I don't know if I'll be checking that out. No, I'm playing. I'll probably check it
I
out.
mean, so am I, but like I can also enjoy the hard hitting, the hard hitting back and forth match. Which I mean,
Yeah, I love that stuff.
that's what really drew me into not just Stardom, but just Joshi wrestling in general.
I get you. I get you.
But I thought it was fun. Bio is with me watching it, and when I say Bio was with me watching it, I mean they were begging for the water torture to stop.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just sitting
I
here, and I'm
don't
just
like
sitting here like this is great.
Like, yeah, I don't like Stardom Sayori, and I can't stand Tam
I do
at
think
all.
Freelancer
Like,
Sayori is better than Stardom
like
Sayori.
yeah, the match was torture for me,
Yeah,
and
matter torture for me.
I'm of the people who think that Sayori, when allowed to be, when allowing her act, when allowing her sides to show and her personality to show, I think that Sayori is phenomenal. But
Mhm.
but I feel like all of that is lost when she's on Stardom, and I think it's pretty much this like, hey, either it was her idea or it was the company's idea of doing the very stoic straight person.
She's the
You
indomitable
want her.
girlfriend.
Let's make her straight
You,
faced and do thumbs up.
That's great. Love it.
It's not the worst thing in the world, honestly. Could be
it's not
worse.
the worst thing in the world, sure, but it definitely, and I think a lot of it comes from me coping with the fact of knowing how good she was in there, that like it doesn't, that what, like in Oz and as a freelancer, that her as this just doesn't fit, and it's not her, and it could just be me refusing to let go of how much I loved Oz slash freelance Sayori,
It's you.
that her not being that just annoys me to no end.
It's
But
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's a you thing.
I think my
there
peak
are other people who are in
Seriano.
agreement that I can at least rely
Yeah,
on for that.
they
But
they can also be wrong.
okay, okay.
My peak Seriano enjoyment was the artist reign with Natsupoi and Kyrie. I think I was like really high on her during that time.
I was really high on her at like the 2023 5 star.
Ah,
Like, I thought her run in that was fantastic, and then she kept kind of cutting out a lot of her personality,
mm,
and then going and I feel like she cut off her personality. So okay, she cut off her like personality like in those interviews and all that, and I was kind of fine with that. But the more this has gone on, she cut out a lot of her personality in ring as well, and that's when I
mm.
started kind of losing interest in her.
Mm.
And I don't necessarily want to throw the blame on Sayori because I know how good she is and I know how good she can be, and it just kind of hurts that she isn't that in Stardom. Do we have anything else we want to add, or do we just want to?
Nothing here.
Well, there was the show in Anjo for Tam's Homecoming, which was also Mina's last show in Japan. There were a couple matches here and there, but the biggest ones were the gauntlet matches with EXV versus Mina, which, God bless poor Rian. Out of all of them, Rian was the one to take a loss to her.
Mm.
Everyone else was a time limit draw. Like, God damn it.
Just shows she's not quite there yet.
But it was still fun to see. And then it turned into basically her versus the entire roster. Because afterwards, like, Micah got back in the ring with her and everything, and then like Saya Ida came out and just went, "Yeah, we're having a match," and proceeded to chop her nonstop for a minute.
Jeez.
It was excellent. And then just when you think it's over, nah. One Azumi comes out and is like, "Let's go." To which then Azumi just proceeds to kick her
Hell yeah.
repeatedly. And then just when you think it's over, one Wish You Happy Sunshine Hanan enters the ring and has I don't even remember what Hanan did with her, to be completely honest. I'm pretty sure they just threw forearms at each other.
Mm.
And then you think it's over, but then it's the whole goddamn roster. Minus Hate. Who comes
Yeah.
in and just starts like just, you know, like just taking turns, and like there's a nice video out there of the entire roster trying to pin Mina, and she kicks out.
Barely.
Barely, but she kicked out. There is also a very nice like little moments with Shuri. Oh, who else was in that circle? It was like Shuri. Oh God, who? Oh, Yuria Hime, Unagi, Sayori. There was one more, and I can't think of who else was in there. It might have been Micah. But
Might have.
basically what ended up happening was each one of them basically hit like their like either signature or finisher on her. Shuri proceeded to kick the shit out of her. Sayori gave her the fisherman suplex. Unagi, I want to say Unagi DDT'd her. I'm pretty sure Yuria just drop kicked her. And I think Micah just slammed her. But then Mina gets up, and like each one of them are like egging her on, like, "Come on, hit me," to the point where like Shuri's like wearing her God's Eye jacket, and she like unzips it and like pulls it down, so it's just like, "Hit me." and so does everyone else. Like Sayori just like she's wearing her like her shirt over her ring gear, so she like lifts up her shirt, takes a chop. Yuri also just takes a forearm. Unagi also just like lifts her shirt that she's wearing over her ring gear, takes a chop from her. But it was a nice feel good moment and a nice send off for Mina. While the entire time I'm just sitting here like, where's Tam? So they go through the whole gauntlet, and she gets on the mic. She calls Tam out. So of course those two with the history they have, you know, Mina being a founding member of Cosmic, you know, those two intertwined for their entire careers in Stardom. They just go at it again. Ends in a time limit draw. It was only 3 minutes. But you know, they laid in some good shots on each other. And then of course afterwards, you know, both said, you know, nice things to each other. Mina then leaves the ring. And then we move on to one thing to note is Azumi pinned Kamatani.
That was huge.
Which
She
was
pinned the red
crazy.
belt champion, and then she's
She,
going after the white belt.
yeah,
Wow.
like she pinned the red belt champ, and she's going after the white belt. Like insane.
They love
Love
her.
that. More of it.
Yeah, and the fans love her, so she'll be good.
Yeah,
She'll be good.
fans
She
will
got title
love
shots.
her forever.
So,
And then
I don't mean to cut you guys off, but we
Mhm.
are at 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh God.
all right, give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, got you. Sorry, I didn't mean, I don't mean to like cut you guys off. I'm just, we do have to get to sleep eventually.
No, we don't. Sleep is for the weak.
I mean, I had like.
I mean,
12 things
I
on
gotta
my
be
list.
up in like 6 hours for work.
All right, give me like 5 minutes. God
Alright,
damn it.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Cut that out, by the way.
no, leave it in.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Oh,
main
too
event.
easy. Yeah.
Cosmic v Cosmic. Sayori Tamunagi versus Karara, Yuna, and Aya. I liked it. It was your usual interfaction 3v3. Cam, of course, picked up the win. And then we got a beautiful moment where Tam calls Mina out and they do the dance. They do the Cosmic Angels dance one last time. Her, Unagi, and Mina to the original music one last time. And I had tears in my eye because that was such a beautiful moment for them all to share together one last time. Not only is Mina leaving for the States, but we're also still on basically the Tam retirement road. So this was like the last time we were ever probably gonna get this.
Yeah.
And that's what makes wrestling beautiful.
I'm excited to see what Mina does in the future, although this isn't me being negative. I think she'll be like Collision Merchant number 703. So, you know, good luck to her. She's probably gonna get a good bag, but I don't know what they'll do with her. So.
I mean, she's got that live show charisma.
She's got a lot of it too.
Indeed. But other than that, I believe that is it.
Wait. They announced shows for the 11th, 12th, and the 13th just now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I'll run through them real quick.
What fucking timing?
Yeah. So, three-way tag match, Rina and Azusa Naba versus Yuna Mizunori and Ai Sakura versus Rian and Wakasukiyama. Fukigen Death versus Lady C versus Sayaka Kurara. Hold on, wait. It's Hanako versus Tabata. Sorry, I didn't know her name. And the next match after that is Akira Kurogane, Yurihime, and Suzu Suzuki versus Mei Sara, Miyamasaki, and Starlight Kid. Then there is Ruaka, Natsuko Tora, and Konami versus Natsupoi, Tam Nakano, and Saori Anou. Maika versus Saida versus Sai Kamatani.
Oh, that's gonna slap.
That's gonna be fire. Rana Yagami, Shuri, and Tomoke Inaba versus Momokogo, Mayu Iwatani, and Hanan. And then the one on the 12th is so on Twitter. That one will be. Oh wait, are they running that again? Oh wow, they're just running that again. Okay, three-way tag match. Rina and Asa Naba versus Yuna Mizunori and Saki Kurara versus Saida and Momokogo. Then there is Fukujin Death versus Lady C. Then there is Akira Gurugane, Wakasugiyama and Rion versus Tabata, Starlight Kid, and Mei Sara. Then there is Yuri Hime and Suzu Suzuki versus Maika and Hanako. That'll be good. Then there is Hina and Tomoka Inaba versus Rana Yagami and Shuri. That'll be good. Then there is the team of BMI 2000, Natsuko Tora and Ruka versus Mayu Iwatani and Hanan. And then the main event for that show will be Sai Queen, Konami, and Sai Kamatani versus Meltier of Tam Nakano and Natsupoi.
Oh, that match is gonna be so good.
And then on the 13th, the opener is Yuri Hime versus Hanako versus Yuna Mizunori. Tag match of Natsupoi and Aya Sakura versus Starlight Kid and Tabata. Ruka and Rina versus Saida and Momokogo. Lady C and Rana Yagami versus Hina and Shuri. The next match is Konami, Sai Kamatani, and Natsuko Tora versus Rion, Maika, and Wakasugiyama.
Oh, Rion's about to get abused by hate.
Then a
Oh,
tag match of Suzu Suzuki and Akira Kurogane versus Mei Sara, Miyamasaki.
this
And
is gonna be
then
the first interaction they've had
that'll
since
be great.
Corkin.
That'll be great. It'll be Sayaka Kurara and Tam Nakano versus Mayu Iwatani and Hanan. That'll
That
be
match
really
is gonna slap.
Yeah, and then I think that's the main. And we also have Azumi versus Mina Shirakawa, Rainy City Riot coming up, and that's today. And we have Dream Queendom as well. So there's gonna be a lot of Stardom
No,
stuff.
it's not today, it's tomorrow.
Windy City Riot is today by
Is it
well
today?
technical
Wait,
standards.
hold
Yeah.
on. Hang on. You know why? Because I'm looking at like the Stardom account,
Mm.
and they're like, it's the 12th, Japan time.
Ah,
That's why I was thinking it was tomorrow.
yeah. They got you.
They got me. They got me.
Yeah. Fun
Um,
fact, I almost went to the one last year and the middle row seats for Wintrust Arena were $20, but I couldn't freaking. But it's okay. Maybe next year.
maybe
But
next
yeah,
year.
I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. Went on some tangents a little bit. I
Mhm.
definitely was gonna go on a tangent when it came to Suzu, but we'll save that for the next episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, save everything else for the next episode so I can go the fuck to bed.
Please.
Before we
Oh,
leave, though, can I plug myself?
Oh,
of
absolutely.
course,
So,
absolutely.
All right. Okay.
We're
All
gonna do that
right. So
anyways.
the Twitter is Rukiee Knows, not nose like what you sniff out of. It's RUKIKNOWS. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. I wanted to be a guest on the Joshi Bar podcast, so I'm glad I get to do it in some way, but I'd love for y'all to have me back. And this is the first podcast I've been on, so if anyone else wants to hit me up, just, send a DM. But yeah, that's it on my end.
Fair enough. Anyone else wants to plug themselves? Go for it.
We're already here.
That is
Yeah.
true. Everyone knows who we are.
Bro, why the fuck is the Ring doorbell going off?
For people who expected me to actually be a talking voice for episode 2, go fuck yourself. No, I'm joking. I got you guys for episode 3. That's a promise. Just
And there goes the fans.
There goes the fans. Damn. Well, it was fun.
Look. I think I lost them long ago today. I was not on my game, so I'm gonna say this now. If you listen this far, I can't thank you enough. Awesome and I are going to do a separate one where we just cover Grand Princess
I might join you guys for
this
that.
year. Very soon. You can also it
Our,
if you want to be in this
our
again.
first
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to go and review it, hopefully to make up for this. My performance wasn't here tonight. I was tired. I got kind of grumpy. That's not it. I want to make it up to you. So
yeah, no,
we're gonna do that.
That's it. The bar is now officially closed.
But as always, we are fine.
Yeah.